So today we're going to look at arm jumps, or saut bras in French, also known as cat leaps. So the arm jump is an incredibly useful technique in a variety of situations, particularly when you can't reach an obstacle with your feet when you're jumping to it. Okay, so if it's too far or too high for you to get your feet onto the top of the obstacle, that's when the arm jump is going to come into use. So it allows you to get your hands to the top of the obstacle and then pull yourself up onto it. And the arm jump works really well because it allows you to get more distance in a jump between two obstacles. If you can't jump and make it with your feet, but you can still get your hands to the top of the obstacle, it means you're going to be able to jump further and reach obstacles that are beyond your normal jumping distance. It's a very good way to do a jump, or to jump down and absorb the impact using the whole of the body, using the legs and the arms as well to absorb the impact and then carry yourself up and over the obstacle. So the first thing to do is to practice the landing of the arm jump. And this is just to get used to the position you're going to land in and how to absorb it correctly using the legs first. Okay, so you're going to find a wall that's about your head height. You can pick anywhere along here that would suit you. I'm going to go around here, and the aim is I'm just going to jump to this. I'm going to try and land in the arm jump cat leap position and hold it for a couple of seconds. Okay, so I just step back. I'm just going to push with both legs, jump straight forwards, and try and get my feet to land first or at the same time as my hands. Because the important thing to train here is to jump up slightly and come down on it, and to land as softly as you can. The quieter it is, the better it is for the body, the less impact there's going to be on the joints, the more you're using the muscles. Okay, so try and make it as quiet, as soft as you can. One more thing to think about is your feet. Now, some people like to land with both their feet right next to each other. Some people stagger their feet slightly. It doesn't really matter too much as long as they're landing at the same time and absorbing the shock. You don't want to be landing one leg first, because this means only one shock absorber is doing the work. So you want to land both feet hit at the same time, but whether they're together or staggered is up to you. So now we're comfortable with the correct landing of an arm jump. One good way to build confidence is to bounce off a wall, to train actually hitting a wall and bouncing off it, so that you know that you can absorb the impact, come back and land on your feet. And it's basically jumping against the wall, using your feet and your hands to absorb the shock, and then pushing yourself back to your feet, and landing in a comfortable position on the ground. So it's really learning how to bounce off, how to absorb the impact and recover from an arm jump. It's going to give you a lot of confidence when it actually comes to jump from further away and complete a full arm jump. Once you're comfortable landing on the wall and absorbing the shock, once you're really good at that and it's nice and soft and you're okay in that position, you're then going to find a jump that is a comfortable distance for you, okay, a manageable length, where you don't have to push too hard, because you're going to be repeating this jump quite a few times to get used to it. I'm going to take position on the wall. First thing I'm going to do is make sure that my takeoff is secure. My feet and toes just want to be just over the edge of the wall, because from here you can get a good push, and I'm going to be facing directly where I'm going to jump and land. So I'm going to take that position, get a good secure position with the foot, and bend the legs slightly. And you want to sight your landing. You want to concentrate on where your hands are going to go, okay, because that grip is very important. And remember, you want to jump slightly up, come down, and your legs are going to absorb the impact on the wall. And we're going to try and aim for a nice soft landing. Okay, so I sight it, relax, jump, land. It's very important to stay relaxed throughout the movement. Okay, so sight, relax. Okay, so when you're training an arm jump, we're not going to climb up and over the obstacle. Usually, the use of this movement is to jump to the obstacle, and then I would climb up, pull myself over it, carry on going, because we're trying to cross terrain with these moves. Okay, but when you're training the jump, because we're going to repeat it several times, you're just going to jump to it and then step down, lower yourself down, go back, start again. Okay, you're just training the actual jump itself, the technique itself for now. And once you've got that, you can then build it into the movement, develop the strength to climb up and over. So probably the most important point with the cat leap is to make sure that you're landing feet first. The feet need to land slightly ahead of or exactly the same time as the arms, because the legs are the big shock absorbers. Okay, another very important point to assist that absorption, to assist your control, is that you want to come down into the jump. You want to be coming down landing rather than jumping straight at the wall, because then you're just going to hit the wall. It's called a crepe in French, and the idea is to jump, come down on it, and so you're using the dropping motion, the absorption of the legs and the arms to slow your descent over time, and then to bounce you back so you can pull yourself up and over the wall for a climb up.